Turning now to a discussion on evolution. NAILBA CEO Dan LaBert spoke with Legal & General America's newly appointed Deputy CEO about how everything from COVID to technology is driving decision-making.
Thanks, Katie. Here with Thomas. Want to say congratulations on your recent promotion to Deputy Chief Executive Officer of Legal & General America. Just for those who haven't had the opportunity to meet you yet, can you just give us a little background about yourself?
Fantastic. Thank you, Dan, and thank you for having me. It's a real pleasure to be here with you today. I've been with Legal & General now for about 7 years, the whole time in Bermuda, where I was CEO. And I grew that business from a startup to about 30 billion in assets. And when I got the chance to come to the United States to work for LGA, I jumped at it. I think America is a great market for life insurance. And I think with lots of opportunity, lots of innovation, and just really great potential. So I'm just really excited to be here in working in the US, working for LGA, and looking forward to hopefully achieving some great things here.
All right, well, you hit on something there that I'm going to throw the first question at you. Not even, a few months old, I'm already coming at you here. You said the United States is a great market for life insurance. Well, you know there's a coverage gap, probably of about, I don't know, last check, maybe 60 million uninsured and underinsured. So let's just talk a little bit about Legal & General America. A lot of the NAILBA members, of course, will remember the banner name. What is Legal & General America doing to help close that coverage gap? Why is it a great market, and how does LGA fit in there?
Well, absolutely. So I think to answer that question, I think about what has happened over the past year and a half since the pandemic started. And one thing we've seen, as I'm sure your other guests have spoken about over the past couple of months, is just the switch in the market to a different way of working, a digital journey, automated underwriting, and so on. And I think all these things speak to something more fundamental, which is how can we provide better coverage more easily, more quickly to more people? I mean, our mission at LGA is to provide protection for as many American families as possible. So really at the heart of what we're trying to do is to broaden the net of what we offer to ensure that we have a product for every market segment, that anyone who wants life insurance, who wants term, which is our specialism, can get it from us, and that we make the journey to buy and to get covered as easy and straightforward as possible, to move away from medical, to move away from all the fictions that have existed in the past. Now, of course, that is a journey that the whole industry is on. We think we have a really great proposition right now, and we're developing that. But there's, of course, some more work to be done. But I think the way we close the gap, the way we provide coverage to the large number of uninsured and underinsured, is to make sure that we provide them with products that they want, that they can get easily, and that really address the challenges that they have.
You talked about just the changes in the past year. Well, for years, our industry talked about disruption, right? I think it was just a fun buzzword at many conference meetings when you had to put a speech together. But you know, this disruption arrived, right? And arrived in a big way. The pandemic illustrated that there's a lot of work to be done in the industry. You just noted that as well. Let's talk about Legal & General and Legal & General America and how they're advancing the conversation and preparing for the ongoing and lasting impact of COVID. I mean, there's a lot of advisors, there's a lot of broker general agencies that are concerned about the changes or the lasting impact that this is going to have on our industry. So just from the Frederick, Maryland home office, how are you guys preparing for that?
Well, the first thing I'd say is that I don't think that our brokers should be concerned about the changes in the industry. I think there's only potential and there's only upside here, because I think all the changes that we will see will broaden the reach of the industry and will broaden the reach of companies like ourselves. All we want to do is to be able to provide more coverage more easily. And I think that will be a win-win for both ourselves, for our partners in distribution, and of course, for the customers themselves.
Thomas, I know your colleague, Mark Holweger. I've got to know him pretty well. I know he loves his technology. Let's talk about, tech forward practices for the moment. I mean, given your background, I was able to do some research. Obviously, there's underwriting, you're an actuary. Do you see digitalization forcing function for actuaries to make change on non-traditional roles and maybe contribute in other areas of the business within the company?
Yeah, Dan. So that really is a great question. And I think, where we go with digital is not just the effect on actuaries, but the effect on the entire business and the effect on the entire industry. I think we have to reimagine the way our industry does business. And I think that a lot of that journey has been happening over the past year.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of companies stepping up and bringing new ideas and new innovations to the table. So yes, our actuaries will work differently. Yes, they'll become more specialists in data, how we analyze that and use that, how we bring in more sources of data so we don't have to go to APSs and labs and so on.
Yep.
And I think that's a great journey for the industry because it helps us move forward, helps us meet the consumer where they are. Because one thing that we've seen for sure is that with the increasing convenience that has arisen over the past year because of the pandemic, with people being at home, people don't want to have a needle in their arm necessarily. They don't want to answer a whole bunch of questions. So they want an easy buying experience. That's what we want to provide, and that's what the whole industry has to provide to move us forward.
That's a great response, and I love that you guys are making that a core mission, or I should say, continuing to make that a core mission. Because I always say, from the NAILBA perspective, membership has to be an experience. Well, a lot of customers of a lot of carriers feel that very attached to their financial security, and as long as that's an experience, we're evolving to meet their needs. So Legal & General America's always been evolving in that direction. So in your new role, how do you envision that evolution taking place? I mean, in addition to getting rid of the paramedics and things like that, I mean, the digitalization is exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a journey that the company is already on and will continue to be on, and we'll make sure that we prioritize it going forward. And really just comes down to always trying to innovate, to come up with how do we make the journey better every single day, every single year, and how do we ensure that we reach more customers? When you talk about the number of uninsured or underinsured, that's an incredibly large number, but also an incredibly large opportunity. Now, not all those people will, can be approached the same way. So our goal at LGA, being to cover as many American families as we can, is to find new ways and more ways to engage with that large customer base, to make sure that we provide the right products at the right price, sold in the right way, to ensure that we're able to get to them in a way that they want to be engaged with. So that's very much the evolution that we're on. That's the journey we're on. Our digital platform is something that we hope that our brokers enjoy using, that makes their lives easier. And we find that we can make a decision instantly in over 40% of the cases that we get on that platform. And it takes 20 minutes to fill out an application, which is very different to the way it was done. And we hope that by doing things like that and bringing in new technology as we move forward, we are able to make the process even easier. We just want to be easy to work with. And if we are, then we know we can achieve our mission of getting to as many people as possible and providing coverage as broadly as possible.
Well, I think exactly what you just said is exactly what Legal & General America is doing, is it's meeting the customer where they are, right? It's never going to be 3 clicks and you're out, but we're getting close. Well,
indeed, absolutely, yes.
Thomas, I want to thank you for your time today. I want to thank you for Legal & General America's continued support of NAILBA. Hopefully we'll see each other in person soon, but congrats on your new role, and thank you for your continued support of NAILBA.
Dan, thank you very much. This has been fun, and thank you for all the great work that you do.
Thank you very much.